Thank you for joining us for this look at some of the best stories from KPBS News this week. I'm Jade Hindman. Coming up, the election is over, but the issue of misinformation isn't going anywhere. Hear what some local voters had to say about it during a community conversation moderated by KPBS. And San Diego is America's wildest city when it comes to our biodiversity. It's all on display in a new episode of Nature on PBS. We talk with one of the filmmakers who made the documentary. And an example of democracy in action, how an overlooked footnote in a city document mobilized a local community to demand environmental justice. We start with a status check on the impact of Amazon's presence in one of Tijuana's poorest neighborhoods. 3 years ago, the online retail giant opened one of its fulfillment centers, and residents hoped the company would make a big investment in the community. KPBS reporter Gustavo Solis says those expectations remain largely unfilled.
The photos were jarring. A shiny new Amazon warehouse right in the middle of a Tijuana shantytown. The images went viral and sparked a heated debate about global inequality. The local business community in Tijuana praised the new September 2021 edition, calling it a welcome boost to the economy. And Amazon at the time issued a statement saying the company feels, quote, great responsibility toward communities where we operate, end quote. Now, the company wasn't specific about what it meant by great responsibility. Yet, residents of the neighborhood, known as Nueva Esperanza, hoped that Amazon would make investments to improve their quality of life. But 3 years later, they say that little has changed.
No hay luz regular, no hay agua, no hay drenajes.
Marley Trinidad Mejia lives in Nueva Esperanza. She says the community still lacks paved roads, drinkable water, and a functional storm drain system. Mejia is among many who came to the community in recent decades looking for a new start.
Es una nueva oportunidad de vida, un nuevo comienzo.
Mejia earns 2,000 pesos a week as a janitor, working for a factory in the same business park as the Amazon Fulfillment Center. That comes out to about $100 a week, almost twice as much as what she used to earn in Chiapas, Mexico's southernmost state. She knows that her corporate neighbors earn billions of dollars a year and thinks that they should reinvest more of that money into the neighborhood.
Las empresas pues ganan mucho dinero y la verdad no apoyan a la colonia.
The juxtaposition of one of the richest companies in the world setting up shop amid such poverty was also striking to Teddy Cruz. He's the director of urban research at UC San Diego's Center on Global Justice.
That photo of the Amazon, big warehouse next to this very precarious informal settlement was very dramatic.
Amazon is hardly the first corporate superpower to establish operations in Mexico. Tijuana is home to hundreds of light industrial facilities called maquiladoras that have opened since 1994. That's when Congress ratified the North American Free Trade Agreement, known as NAFTA. But Cruz says that the viral photo kick-started an important conversation about corporate responsibility.
By that I mean as these epicenters of wealth that generate so much revenue and so much profit, can there be some level of co-responsibility to invest in the communities ultimately from which they are getting their own labor?
In Nueva Esperanza, the neighborhood's only school also serves as a local community hub. María Patricia Chávez is the director.
Esta es nuestra escuela primaria, Escuela Nueva Esperanza.
The school opened 5 years ago with just 10 students. The first classrooms were built from plywood, 2x4s, and other scraps donated by neighborhood parents. In one building, a garage door serves as the dividing wall between two classrooms.
Poco a poco varios padres, pues ellos se fueron uniendo la colonia a hacer donaciones.
Today, the school has more than 200 students. And thanks to funding from a nonprofit and the Baja California state government, they also have a new classroom and a bathroom. Chavez says that this is the only indoor plumbing some of the students have regular access to. The school has also received some corporate support.
Ellos vienen y trabajan, pero directamente con los niños. Ellos hicieron donación de ciertos libros para armar una biblioteca.
Amazon, for example, donated books for the library, and they send people to run reading workshops for the students. In a statement, Amazon Mexico said, quote, "We understand the importance of serving the communities in which our employees live and work. It's why we've partnered with numerous local organizations in Tijuana to support important causes like literacy and health and food insecurity for residents in Nueva Esperanza," end quote. The company says it's also invested more than $50 million in Baja California.
No te puedo mentir, también con ellos hemos metido nosotros oficios de apoyo.
Now, even though locals believe that their corporate neighbors could do more to help the neighborhood, they say that the bulk of the responsibility falls on Tijuana's government.
Hace mucha falta el apoyo del gobierno aquí.
Blanca Vanessa Sosa has lived in the community for years. She says lack of government investment is particularly noticeable whenever it rains. The combination of unpaved roads and the lack of drainage create a river of mud through the entire neighborhood.
Se hace un desastre con las lluvias. Para la escuela hay veces que vienen los niños, hay veces que no, porque no se puede salir por el lodo.
She says everything shuts down during storms. Tijuana's former mayor, Monserrat Caballero, declined an interview request. Tijuana's new mayor, Ismael Burgueño, could not be reached for comment. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
And of course, the story driving the news this week is the election. You can get caught up on the results at the KPBS Voter Hub at kpbs.org. KPBS recently held a community conversation in the South Bay. The aim was to understand what informs their decisions. KPBS health reporter Heidi DeMarco says it's a chance to make their voices heard in a system they say often overlooks them.
And then what are the barriers, that we're facing, that our friends and family, our communities are struggling with?
One of the biggest concerns the group expressed was fear of division and fear of picking a side. Many residents say they feel pressure to cast their vote.
I feel sometimes there are times when it's like, okay, things are, they're balancing themselves out. It's not, the world's not going to end. Now it feels like it's gonna,
Misinformation has also become a major hurdle. Several participants say that without clear, culturally relevant information, they struggle to make informed decisions. Jose Mondragon was part of the conversation. He's also teaching Mi Voz, Mi Voto workshops for the Chicano Federation.
To continue to inform and educate communities about the importance of voting. Your voice, your vote matters, right? That's, you have that power. You can exercise it if you're eligible to vote.
Many of the participants say they get their news online. The Pew Research Center reports that Latinos are more likely than Black or white Americans to get their news from social media. This trend increases the chances of encountering and sharing misinformation. Marissa Abrajano has been studying the Latino electorate for almost 20 years.
So, those who do rely on Spanish social media, we found that there is this positive relationship with being more likely to believe in these false political narratives. And we know, especially amongst the Latino community and for much of the Spanish-speaking community, they have been targeted with lots of these falsehoods going back to the 2020 presidential election.
Abrajano says that social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram have less robust fact-checking measures for non-English content due to higher costs. She says on WhatsApp, a free encrypted messaging app popular with U.S. Latinos, fact-checking is non-existent.
So all of these news links that are posted and information that you see, it's very hard to validate whether or not this information is actually true or not. And I think an added complication, especially in this day and age where it's not just news that's produced here in the United States, but worldwide.
Community members say the impact of misinformation extends to feelings of distrust towards candidates and policies. That makes it difficult for some to discern fact from fiction. They look to trusted figures to serve as guides, people who can break down complex issues in a way that feels relatable.
Super Vaccine Vato headquarters, they state your emergency homes.
Political cartoonist Lalo Alcaraz created a series of cartoons and animations promoting vaccines during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
There was a lot of misinformation to fight there. And then as that went along, it wasn't just, the migrant farm workers that needed that information. It was guys I went to college with that should have known better.
Orale, this is the first shot, Holmes.
He uses slang and cultural references in his cartoons to resonate with viewers.
It wouldn't be Mexican if it didn't have some cussing in it, right?
Now, he's working with Voto Latino, a national civic engagement organization. He's creating cartoons to encourage voting and battle election misinformation.
There's no word in Spanish for fact-checking, that term does not exist.
Back at the community conversation, Mondragon believes that political education should start early and continue beyond the election.
There's just so much at stake, right? There's this, there's feelings and emotions that are involved with the process of just, this upcoming election and voting.
With more outreach and resources that reflect the unique needs of the South Bay, residents say they would feel more motivated to participate. As they gear up for tomorrow's election, this community is asking for support and information that could help them overcome these challenges. Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
And you can sign up for our newsletter to get a list of our most popular stories. Here are some from the week. DACA recipients are now eligible for health coverage under the Affordable Care Act. Tribes push for 3 new national monuments across California. And neighbors in Southeast San Diego demand an investigation into a footnote in city code. We'll have those 2 stories a bit later. Santa Ana winds rolled into San Diego County this week, reminding us of the need to prepare for potential wildfires. Recently, the city of San Diego took steps to remove brush at the Miramar Reservoir. Melissa May shows us how they're using goats to get the job done in an environmentally friendly way.
This herd of goats, also known as a trip of goats, are on the move to the south side of the Miramar Reservoir. These 4-legged employees have been hired to do what they do best: eat.
So the goats are here to clear the vegetation for visibility so that we can inspect the dam and ensure that it's holding and everything is, just so we can see the dam and inspect it for our daily inspections, as well as it limits the fuel load for fires as well.
Tim Bridenstine is a reservoir maintenance supervisor for the city of San Diego.
This is our first go through with the goats. Very impressed.
The goats have been eating up the brush around the reservoir for about 2 weeks. Here's what they left on the west side. The city gets the goats from a company called Environmental Land Management Goats. Johnny Gonzalez is the company's field operations manager. He says the animals are eating some native vegetation and invasive grasses and weeds.
Both are required so we can maintain the security and the access to the dam. But mainly they're removing seeds of the invasive grasses. They're converting it in such that we're going to maintain the pH of the soils so we keep the root system growing of the native plants. This is all for soil integrity and plant restoration.
The goats' droppings return nutrients back to the soil too, without impacting the water supply.
They're nitrogen neutral in their pellets. They're not going to create a bloom. They have no seeds in their droppings, and the bacterial load is so minimal that they're practically considered inert.
Normally, this work would be done by human crews with gas-powered equipment. Bridenstine says goats are better for the environment at about the same cost.
We felt this might be a greener option to utilize some goats instead of having people out here with weed whips and the noise.
The goats will be at Lake Miramar through Tuesday. When they're done, they'll have cleared about 12 acres of vegetation. Melissa May, KPBS News.
And a new PBS nature documentary points its lens to the diverse flora and fauna of San Diego. KPBS arts reporter Julia Dixon-Evans says the filmmaker wants people to know just how special our region is.
San Diego is a land born of extremes.
America's Wildest City is a new hour-long documentary that takes us into our own backyard, home to more biodiversity than any other county in the continental U.S. Filmmaker Nate Dappen lives in San Diego.
It's a landscape that is basically isolated by mountains on one side, desert on another, and the Pacific Ocean. And all these different habitats come together in a really small area to create a ton of unique habitats.
The film canvases the entire county, yet some of the most impactful scenes focus on critters you might see every day.
The squirrels are more numerous today than ever. But they're still squirrely. Dangers lurk around every corner.
Dappen says that putting together a nature documentary takes some creative thinking, but most of all, patience.
We spent maybe 40 days on Lake Hodges filming those birds as a team in a variety of different ways. And so, yeah, it required a tremendous amount of patience, a ton of expertise from scientists at the Natural History Museum or local experts.
Though the film was made for a national audience, it encourages locals to pay more attention to what's right under their noses.
If you put out a bird feeder, if you put out native flowers, if you just sit there and you watch for an hour, you'll see so much rad stuff.
From orcas to super blooms, Dappin hopes San Diegans recognize the impact human activity has on the land.
The more we think about that and the more we appreciate that, the more we'll make choices in service of protecting it.
Julia Dixon-Evans, KPBS News.
America's Wildest City screens at the San Diego History Museum beginning November 2nd, and that's at the Natural History Museum, actually. You can also watch it Sunday at 3 p.m. on KPBS and again at 8 p.m. on our subchannel, KPBS2. It's also available to stream on the PBS app. Several California tribes are renewing their push for the federal government to protect their ancestral lands. KPBS Imperial Valley reporter Corey Suzuki says they're urging the Biden administration to create 3 new national monuments across the state before the year end.
From high in the air, Donald Meader Jr. looks down at an old gold mine.
Now we'll see some further mining activity that scarred the landscape up here just a little bit further.
Meader is a council member for the Fort Yuma Quetzon Indian tribe. We're in a small propeller plane turning east into the sunrise. Below, we can see thousands of acres of desert, mountains and canyons, and in the distance, the shimmering Colorado River. For Meader, this region along the California-Arizona border is home, the ancestral land of the Quetzon tribe since long before European colonizers arrived. Now, this land is under threat again. For decades, mining companies have been trying to extract gold and other minerals from the mountains. As we pass overhead, Meader points out areas where they've carved deep into the earth.
And you can see for yourself the difference in the landscape and the devastation that it caused and the lack of reclamation. It's just left a scar on the landscape here.
That devastation is why the Quetzon tribe is seeking federal protection for almost 400,000 acres of this land. The tribe is asking President Biden to create a new national monument here, which would block future extraction and could give the tribe some say over how the land is managed.
An open mine pit, to us, is an open wound.
Jordan Joaquin is the president of the Quetzon tribe. He says the land here is sacred.
A lot of people see it out there as just rocks and desert, but we truly believe that's our DNA out there. Our ancestors walked and built those trails out there, you know. I always tell a story about picking up a rock. Is that the rock one of my ancestors picked up years ago? And so that is very significant to us.
The Quetzon Monument is one of 3 native-led proposals for new national monuments in California right now. There's also the Chuckwalla Monument at the north end of the Imperial Valley, and then the Satitla Monument in the Northern California highlands.
Senate Joint Resolution 16 by Senator Padilla relative to the Chuckwalla National Monument and the Joshua Tree National Monument.
These monument proposals have been gaining a lot of steam. The state legislature is backing all 3 of them. And earlier this week, tribal leaders and state officials from California addressed the Global UN Biodiversity Conference in Colombia.
One of the most important priorities we're driving forward is supporting tribal leadership.
Wade Crowfoot, California Secretary of Natural Resources, speaking at the conference.
We in our state government disconnected ourselves from that leadership and wisdom for well over a century. And that's why I'm so proud that on behalf of Governor Newsom, we are supporting these tribally led proposals to establish national monuments in our state.
State and federal authorities have already taken some big steps this year to return more control of land to indigenous people in California. In June, Governor Gavin Newsom gave more than 2,000 acres back to the Shasta Indian Nation in Northern California. And just a couple weeks ago, the Biden administration announced plans to create a new marine sanctuary off the Central Coast that would be co-managed by the Northern Chumash tribe. Supporters say the Quetzon Monument proposal would add to that, protecting the tribe's religious freedoms and giving them and the federal government the opportunity to work together to manage the region, as the tribe has done for generations. For President Joaquin, the Quetzon tribe's priority is still to block future mining. But he says it's also about preserving history, both past and present.
I think that's the most important thing, is to tell our children, you know, there was one time mining companies would come and disturb the land. That is no longer the case. And I think that would be a big victory, not only for our tribe, but for Indian country.
If the land does become California's next national monument, he says, those mines will become part of history too. On the Quezon Reservation, Corey Suzuki, KPBS News.
This week, San Diego's Commission on Police Practices voted to send its final recommendations for vehicle pursuits. KPBS reporter Katie Hyson says they're hoping to save lives.
This summer, the commission suggested limiting vehicle pursuits to violent felonies. Their final recommendations say police shouldn't start pursuits for violations that don't threaten public safety, but allow them for some misdemeanors and other felonies. The commission believes it could still make a big impact. They found infractions are the reason for the majority of high-speed chases, especially for Black and Latino San Diegans, including one that killed a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old in December. Gloria Tran is the chair.
The horrific accident that took the lives of little Mason and Malachi was initiated due to a non-working headlight, according to published reports, because we've never been able to get a straight story on what started it, and that was just awful.
The recommendation changes come after public opposition by the Police Officers Association. Tran says the commission hasn't spoken with the union.
We reached out to them again to see if they wanted to do a sit-down. Unfortunately, it was right before the other tragic accident.
3 more people, including an officer, have died in car chases by San Diego police since the commission began debating the policy. Chief Scott Wall has 60 days to respond. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.
And neighbors in southeastern San Diego want an investigation into a footnote in city code. They say what they found is shocking, and once again, here's KPBS reporter Katie Hyson.
The highest point in Emerald Hills is an empty lot with a 360 view. Neighbors dream of a park or a senior center, but it's private land. 2 years ago, city staff announced a housing development there. Martha Abraham lives nearby. She was upset. The zoning map appears to allow about 70 houses. This planned for more than 120.
You know, we would say like it's not zoned for this many houses, and we would be told by the developer it is zoned for that many houses.
Her community planning group tried to get answers.
And then when we go to our council member for support, we're being told, oh, we support housing. They weren't helping us, so we had to just try to help ourselves.
It was time consuming.
I was putting my own business and projects to the side to work on this, because what happens is that you get into a little rabbit hole. You find one thing, and then it leads you into another, and it leads you into another.
They searched more than 1,000 pages of laws and public records.
Well, I feel like there was a magic bullet and we just hadn't found it yet. There was something going on that no one was telling us about.
Then the city announced another development in Encanto, with twice as many houses as zoning seemed to allow. Rob Campbell lives down the street. He says the issue isn't houses, but how many.
We're identified as an environmental justice affected community, and so we don't see how paving over what green space we have will increase our air quality or will decrease the heat island effect that we suffer from.
The planning group wanted to appeal the development. The fee was $1,000. The area is mostly Black and Latino and low income. They fundraised, stayed up late preparing for the hearing, took off work, and trekked downtown. The city postponed the meeting.
They said they had discovered some new information.
Campbell reviewed the city's rebuttal.
There was notice of this footnote. What is this?
The footnote was Abraham's magic bullet.
There's this little number 7 underneath the RS12. None of the other columns have any numbers. I hadn't noticed it previously. And you got to scroll down 3 or 4 pages to get to the footnotes.
A 2019 footnote reduced minimum lot size from 20,000 square feet to 5,000, but only in the Encanto and Southeast areas, meaning developers can build much more densely there. Last week, more than 100 neighbors packed a school community room. Andrea Hateru is the community planning group chair. She put the city code on the screen.
But it says table 131-040.
Neighbors knit their brows and squinted.
We usually skip over them without a second thought, but we never expect a footnote to be shocking. And that is the entire point. There is city code in the form of a footnote that is shocking. With this footnote, the city is essentially saying 20,000 means 20,000. to everyone in the city, except you folks in Southeast. For you folks in Southeast, 20,000 means 5,000. $1 means a quarter, because we said so.
Hateru walked them through due process and federal law.
You're going to hear us say AFMH a lot. We want you to be able to say it like you're brushing teeth. AFMH, AFMH.
Affirmatively furthering fair housing requires local governments to dismantle housing discrimination.
That doesn't mean to stop, it means to turn the clock backwards.
She sped them through a century of history, redlining, restrictive covenants, laws that followed the civil rights movement, and ways local governments tried to resist them. This footnote, she says, is part of that resistance. When Hateru told how Campbell found the footnote, the room applauded. The meeting energized Campbell.
This was pure like democracy.
The district's council member, Henry Foster, was there. He suggested they wait to hear more from the city. They wanted answers from him.
Talk about footnote 7.
He says the meeting was a good thing.
And I appreciate them having the courage to quite honestly stand up and demand answers.
He was the district's chief of staff when the footnote became law. He says he understands their concerns about discrimination and transparency, but says some good came from it.
It did spur housing.
Monica Montgomery Stepp, the district's council member who passed the footnote, did not answer questions about it. The city planning director at the time says he doesn't know why the footnote was created. Heidi von Blum is the planning director now. She says she's asking the state for permission to reconsider the footnote. State law prohibits making housing zones less dense unless they make it more dense somewhere else. If the state agrees, she says the city council could consider it mid-2025. Meanwhile, the developers are moving forward. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.
We hope you enjoyed KPBS News this week. I'm Jade Hindman. Thanks for joining us.